Welcome to the Royal Princess. We are going to start by spritzing our sponge. I love choosing blue as an eye color. Now for this crown, I like to start by just making a giant upside down teardrop in the middle of the forehead. Most of this will actually get covered up, but it ends up giving me a shape that I can build off of. Then as you put on the eye makeup on the eyelid, what you want to focus on is you start by the inner corner and then you do the outer corner. That allows for a beautiful blend in the middle and you don't accidentally overshoot and end up with like a bunch of extra paint on the side of the eye. Once you're happy with those three blends, you're going to get an angle brush. Now this is a 5/8 angle done by Face Paint Hub, and you get whatever the kid said is their favorite color. So here I'm using pink and purple. We just do some beautiful one strokes. We're going to start at the center and just go on the outside, making a beautiful regal shape. Then we're going to flip our brush so that the dark is pointing down, and we're going to follow along the eyebrow. Natural arcs on the face are so beautiful, and the more we can echo and mirror them, the better. We want to make sure we go thin to thick to thin. So as we taper that stroke down into the corner of the eye, it just looks lovely. Once we have the beginning and the end of the crown, what happens in the middle doesn't actually matter very much. So you can throw in any of your butterfly lines or whatever you want to do. We just need to fill that space. Now here I need a reload, so I'm shifting down to capture a little bit more vibrant colors, and that's just going to add even more noise and beautiful energy to this crown. There are so many expected shapes. Feel free to explore in this little medium space with new ones, and you'll find ones that you're like, oh my gosh, I love that, and it'll stick around. Once you're ready for your flowers, what we want to do is get a really creamy load of white and then move on to the paint that's already activated. That will give you a really dark tone for the center of your flowers. Now, if you lay your brush all the way down, you get a nice big petal. But if you hold it more at a 90-degree angle and add just a little bit of pressure, you're going to get these little tiny petals. And they're awesome for doing lines of petals or just making smaller flower bits. And it can be a really nice way to taper like natural flowers would. Once you've got all your petals in place, it's going to be time to do their centers. We go back to our white, and now we have a round brush. This is probably a number 4. I love to just add a single little dot in the center, and then once you get to the eye area, we're going to again echo the natural arch of the bottom of the eye and do just a row of dots that get smaller and smaller as you go in. Whenever you're using white as an outline or a highlight color, it looks beautiful both on top of the paint, but then also on the bare skin. And it's a great way to transition your design to this is just the normal face. Make sure you take the time to get really creamy loads. If you're running low, load it again. As we do some teardrops here, you'll notice that they're really wispy. You want to make sure not to cover up all of the hard work that you've already done. So by using smaller teardrops, the color behind will show through. Whenever you're putting in final little details, you want to make sure that they're dainty. Choosing a gem is so much fun. You get to hold them up, see which one you like the best, and then make sure that you use your time in placing it, because once you commit, you got to just go for it. You can't adjust after that at all. But you can go back in with your paint and do any little fills. So if you have a little bare spot, throw in some dots, throw in a twinkle star. It's going to be beautiful. And now, everybody, glitter time! I love using chunky glitter. I think it's just so fun, and it can be nice and subtle, like this beautiful soft pink color, or you can make it really loud, and it's awesome just to watch what happens. Once you've got your design all the way finished, I love to add the lip. I like to choose a natural color that we would use in lipstick all the time.
I love it.
You like that? Awesome. Okay, high five.
There are so many ways to alter this design, but it is always lovely and a crowd pleaser. I hope you guys love it, and I'll see you next time.